matchup knowledge is a bit of the name of the Smash Ultimate, of course, but losing to an actual egg on the Ultimate Performance going 2-2. Getting 13th on Brussels Challenge, which for his caliber of play shouldn't be the standard. He should be getting top 8 left and right.
Yeah, especially because Brussels wasn't that stacked in comparison to like Dutch tournaments.
Well, the first loss he got was against Space, the other loss was against Multi, the backbone player. Shouldn't really matter right now.
Anyways, we're going to game 1.
Exactly. Lapis and Istudying going into the first game of top 24, going into Battlefield, which is stage pick, I believe. Doesn't really matter since it's a pulse, so there might be a problem of checking stages. But going more into Istudying's profile these last couple of tournaments, he got 13th of Brussels Challenge, like we said, which wasn't really a stacked tournament. So for a player of his caliber, should be
should be higher.
Yeah, exactly. And 13th on Lightning 4, which also was a bit of a.
What were his losses there?
His losses were Super Semi, which fair.
Makes sense.
And another loss was Triager. So again, a bit of the matchup knowledge checks.
We're going to the other battlefield, the smaller one.
The small one. What do you think of this match?
I think it makes a lot more sense compared to the regular battlefield.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of wanting to kill off the top, so taking a stage with a fairly low ceiling.
Yeah, and we have to talk about Istudying playing Greninja. Greninja, of course, very famous for his very high jumps. For his footstool combos, of course, in Smash 4.
Yeah, but those don't actually exist anymore, so we're not going to see those, but we're going to see very patient play from Istudying. Yeah, just wanting to whiff punish everything Lapis does.
Yeah, and I think it will be a very. I'm not actually quite sure about this matchup, but knowing the playstyle that Istudying always goes for, a bit on the patient side, always trying to stall out the momentum the opponent gets.
Ooh, no jump?
Yeah. Should make it out fine, but a very good nair doesn't really.
Oh, he could have been dead there though.
Yeah, the punish could have been better. The
like
punish
that,
is
but
right here, and Lapis takes the first stock of top 24 and also the first stock of this winner quarters final.
Istudying instantly going back to his defensive playstyle, just throwing shurikens, hoping to bait a reaction and see if he can take a stock that way. Ooh, good focus attack.
Yeah, not really a true combo, which is a testament of the down B of Lapis. Waits out the air dodge, does get the read, but this didn't get the right spacing. Still in a pretty okay position, just needs one hit. What I'm seeing right now is that Istudying is actually
he's fishing for a kill.
He's fishing for a kill. Does get the reads, but the spacings aren't very great.
Yeah, just there we go. Gets the down tilt fair at 10%. No way of avoiding it.
And this is even game. And knowing Istudying as a player.
Ooh, nice parry.
Knowing Istudying as a player, he always gets the job done of halting momentum.
Yeah, and he's so good at just changing the pace overall.
Yeah, exactly. Even though he was at a disadvantage in stock-wise, he still made it happen.
Yeah.
And he still made it even, and right now he's even in the lead. Doesn't say a lot since it's just 9%.
It's just one hit away, really.
Exactly, but does get an advantage stage right now, and he's been reading these air dodges pretty okay these last few interactions. The dash
back to the ledge.
Yeah.
Oh, weird angled throw it.
Yeah.
Was expecting a back throw there just to get the ledge trap up, but
yeah.
Lapis hasn't been getting much results out of ledge traps.
No.
Istudying has just been jumping over them.
I think it's quite off for a player like Lapis, since he's known for these very good advantage stage. And just as I was saying that it was very off, Greninja gets off stage and also gets off the stage, off the top, and is in a disadvantage, but still equalizes
just as we speak. Istudying instantly equalizes the stock count.
Yeah, it's one stock each. First game, and first game sets the tempo a lot, right?
Yeah, it's just a mentality thing as well. Being one game up just helps so much.
Even though
it gives you a little room for error, really.
Yeah, I mean, Istudying has been is like a veteran. He's playing since Brawl, over a decade of gameplay at tournament-wise.
Yeah, he's absolutely no stranger to this situation. He knows how to get back, but
I
Oh,
hope.
that
Yeah, that's the
DP.
mentality difference, right?
Yeah.
But Lapis, a very new player, not new enough to not kill us studying off the top. Lapis takes 1-0.
I really like what he did there in the end. Einstein was constantly jumping from the ledge and he kept getting away with it.
Yeah.
Until the very last moment where it actually mattered.
Exactly.
He just calls out the jump with the DP, murders him, takes game 1.
I think murder is the right word because I mean, Lapis hasn't won a lot of neutral, I believe, in the first game. But when he wins neutral, he gets the greatest reads.
Yeah.
He wins. He gets a lot of the mileage of the advantage states, and I think that greatly describes Lapis as a player.
Yeah, it's very much advantage state based. And I mean, it makes sense. Ken is a really good in advantage state. His neutral might be a little bit lackluster. He's fishing for those jump in and down tilts.
Yeah.
But once he gets those, it's easily 50%.
And
we see a bit of a character switch here.
Yeah.
To
Just
the
like we
banjo.
said, I studying recently. I mean, I say recently, but Corona does mess up time a bit. It's been playing banjo for the last 2 years. A bit of a big time of these is, of course, during the pandemic. Going into Battlefield, what do you think of this match?
Icelandic is looking to slow down the pace even more.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit surprised with the FD pick, but I know it's one of Icelandic's favorite comfort picks, and comfort is very important.
Yeah.
That being said, I think he's going to struggle getting off the ledge as banjo.
Yeah, I think so too, of course. Hasn't used a Wonder Wing yet right now, but I mean,
he's already down like 50%.
Yeah.
Just one more interaction and he's at kill percent.
And knowing Lapis,
one more hit is all it's going to take this stop.
Exactly, and knowing Lapis, he makes the most out of the advantage stage. He is at 121% in the advantage state.
And there we go.
Just one kill, not even sure you can, just a raw F tilt makes the deal. And he is at a very good advantage right now, being one full stock ahead.
Icelandic is probably already thinking about how he's going to use Greninja next game.
Yeah,
this isn't looking pretty.
And have you seen that sick air dodge read? The timing was perfect. And
he's already at 83.
Yeah, and that spike didn't hit. If it hit, it would have been a kill. This is looking very rough right now for us studying.
He also just keeps jumping from the ledge.
Yeah.
So I'm imagining that it's just going to be another Shoryuken soon.
Yeah, I would think so too. And like, it makes sense for a Greninja to jump a lot, since the option is very good, right? For a Banjo to jump a lot,
it's lower, and he's stuck in the air for a lot longer than.
Yeah, exactly, and of course the risk is a lot bigger,
higher.
and the reward isn't as big as a Greninja.
This should be a kill.
It wasn't a kill, and it was actually a very smart way to recover. Preemptively going the
back air.
And still the back air killing, and Lapis is looking very poised to take this
It was another jump call out though.
Yeah. Like we've said, I started very fond of the jump button, but doesn't really work
in his favor right now.
So what do you think Icelandic should do right now?
First of all, go back to Greninja.
Why do you say this?
It's comfortable. I think the grounded game of Greninja is a lot better than Banjo's. He was looking to slow down the pace, but Lapis is not letting it happen.
No, but that said, I don't see a lot of.
There we go, the jump read.
Of course, the jump read again makes him off stage. I think the grenade call was very good. Still at a very bad spot right now. In corner, in the blast
That's
zone.
a 3-stock.
And that's a 3-stock. Lapis is poised to take this set, going to winner's top 8. And it's just like we predicted, right? Again, very much
He's explosive.
Matchup check. Icelandic hasn't been playing well against these matchup check characters. Losing, again, to Triaker, to Modsai. Players that we should expect Icelandic, one of our veterans, sickest players of the Netherlands, to consistently beat. But hasn't been the case.
It just isn't happening.
No. And Lapis, of course, making waves, hasn't attended much. But the times he does attend,
every time he does, he makes huge waves.
Yeah.
Upset after upset. And we're going to Town and City, which in my opinion makes a lot of sense. Greninja is going to kill from the side.
Yeah.
A little bit of a higher ceiling, so sure you can soon kill as fast, but we've seen that Lapis doesn't necessarily need it.
And again, with the big opening of Lapis, having a great advantage stage until 60. A few hits away of getting a kill.
A little bit unlucky with the platform moving away.
Yeah.
It was looking really rough right there.
Call it luck, call it timing. A player like us starting, so be considerate of the fact that the platform moves away, right? Still in a great advantage stage. It less shrap right here.
He's going for the back airs now instead of the forward air he did earlier out of the,
yeah,
which makes sense because it beats focus attack.
Exactly.
And right now we see the situation. Oh, there we go with the higher ceiling. It wasn't even close to killing.
Yeah, exactly. Which is a great testament of how good of a stage pick this was. Doesn't really matter though. This game is dead even.
Dead even through another back air.
Yeah. Even though Icelanding is very famous of halting momentum, I don't see it actually right here.
No, but just because he prefers to hold momentum doesn't necessarily mean he needs to.
True.
Because he's very, very good in his own right at just rushing down people.
Right, and that's exactly what Icelanding showing right now with a clean stock.
There we go. Oh, that was so nice.
Yeah.
Baits out the Tatsu, gets it with the F smash.
And the beta punish, what we've been saying about Icelanding, comes into play right now. And you see it exactly with the dash attack, dash back. Icelanding is actually playing very right.
There we go, another
right
back
now.
air.
Yeah.
Nearly gets him with the up B.
Yeah.
That would have been really rough for Lapis, but
still a very clean alive stock.
And this is the ice studying we expected to see. You know, dominant, not letting Lapis play his game.
Yeah.
Not exactly the way I expected it to be. I expected it to be more of a slugfest, but instead just decides, you know what? What if I speed up the game?
Can we talk about that platform wave dash?
That was so good.
That was amazing. Reading exactly every option Lapis was going to do. With a game like this, of course, Icelanding still needs to.
He still needs to take two. But
yeah, it still needs to take 2 games. However, with a game as dominant as this was,
it's mind-breaking.
It's mind-breaking.
We've seen it on Lapis' side just the game before. That was a 3-stock.
And of course, the crowd on cam. We see here the lovely Azrael, the lovely Cersei, and a lovely Warpstar. Shout outs to them. Rotterdam, of course, my place where I live. These 3, I believe, as well. Cersei, don't know. But
don't know.
But besides the point, we're getting right into game 4. Yep.
What stage do you expect to see?
Well, since it is Lapis' counter pick, I believe a stage which is a bit smaller. Lapis is, of course, very, very fond of playing.
Oh.
Okay. Not what I expected.
Me neither. But
Lapis is very fond of playing that.
Nice fair. Oh, so that's why.
Close quarter combats. This is not a stage I was expecting, right? It's a bit bigger. The blast zones are a bit bigger. It might be because of Lapis
exploiting the poor recovery again. Slightly misses though. Jump from the ledge.
Actually, pretty okay defensive options. Rule was a bit ambiguous. Still,
that advantage state though.
Yeah,
he went from 30 to 100, and there's nothing Lapis has done so far.
Yeah. A very different game of the first game, right?
Yeah, it looks like Icelanding has found the pace he wants to play against Lapis.
Yeah. And that's just the way Icelanding, of course, plays. A very veteran player, a lot of accolades, is not new to doing adjustments during mid set.
Absolutely not, but he needs to get this skill right here. But Lapis seems to live another day.
Yeah.
Is Upthrow gonna do it here? No,
yeah,
not yet.
that's sad. Very good call.
Very good, very good edge guard.
Yeah.
Exploiting the weakness of Ken, which is obviously his recovery.
Yeah. That said, even though it's a very big weakness, you still need to know how to exploit it. Icelanding didn't do that the
first game.
First game. Second game
was
did
Banjo.
it a lot more with exactly, with Banjo. Third game doing a lot of backers off stage, know exactly the timing of how Lapis wants to recover.
And he's just not letting Lapis play the game right now.
No, and
Another read. If it wasn't S-Smash, he would have been dead, but it doesn't matter because he still gets the edge guard.
Yeah, and you see the player face cam of Lapis, a bit of a sigh, a bit of a stretch. He's probably thinking about game 5, thinking about what he needs to finish off this set. And what he needs is more of these up Bs.
And that moment shows why he picked the stage. Stunning was at like 80 before it started, and he died.
Yeah. Doing a Wii Shuriken doesn't quite get a lot of these advantage stages.
But this is the flip side of it, like triple up airs, add a back air to it, 60 damage in a single advantage stage once again.
One offstage interaction and
that's gonna be game. Never mind, I cast a curve then.
Still, he's at offstage right now. I think we're heading into a game 5, which is very, very hype. Big storyline of these two players.
I love that confirm. It's so good. So the back air 2 allows you to down tilt as Greninja, and then down tilt leads to everything.
I mean, it's like the classic Greninja combo, right?
Yeah,
it's the most satisfying combo we've got, besides the down tilt up smash. But it's just very satisfying to look at. And what is also very satisfying to look at is we've got a very, very good set on our hands. Game 5, Lapis versus iStudying.
You know what to say. PS2 makes the best game, so why not wait for Game 5?
I agree. We've been saying iStudying has been struggling a lot against these matchup check knowledge characters. Did seem to be the case the first 2 games, but I'm very comfortable saying that iStudying does have the matchup check after these 2 first games.
Yeah, it looks rough for Lapis, but Lapis isn't a stranger to Game 5s either.
No, very not. At ultimate performance, going Game 5 against Orium, European Titan. Clutching it out. Let's see if Lapis has what it takes to clutch out this set for winner's top 8. This is Game 5 of iStudying versus Lapis.
Ooh, the down air. That's not an option I was expecting there. No. A little bit of a weird down smash charge. Don't think that was what he wanted, but... off-stage situation.
Yeah, off-stage situation.
Makes it out.
Yeah, doesn't get the timing right.
And iStudying still gets to jump from ledge for free. This entire set until like kill percent.
Yeah, I mean, Lapis kind of stopped going for these reads against the jump-ins. If it is a mindset thingy, great. Save it for when it really matters, and what it really matters is getting the kills at Game 5. So I'm hoping Lapis...
Okay, advantage stay.
Yeah.
Gets hit by the get up attack. He's been getting away with that as well.
Yeah, I mean, the previous game he has been reading the spot dodge or normal get-ups with down tilts.
The low profile and the up tilt just gave him the most of the mileage out of it.
Yeah. Even though it's a very close game,
it's
not very close right now. The DI was very bad. iStudying was still running towards Lapis, which leads into a very bad early kill around 50-60%.
But can he hold this lead though?
Yeah.
How much extra mileage is he gonna get out of this stock?
Full rage. Full rage.
Well, not much it seems.
Doesn't really matter, of course.
The 20% is just a single hit, really.
Yeah, exactly. So dead even game. iStudying looking to stall out the pace a bit, going for some shurikens, going for some tomahawk jabs. A bit of a low reward,
gets a jump
but
in,
also low risk.
30 damage.
Yeah.
And a ledge trap.
Still at the ledge, gets a great rollout, gets center stage.
Back to even, well, back to neutral at least.
Yeah, and look at how iStudying is playing the neutral. Dashbacks, shurikens, making sure Lapis doesn't get any opening to get that big inflicting damage, and also big inflicting knockbacks.
Yeah, well, Lapis is constantly looking for the jump-ins. iStudying is just throwing stuff and dashing back and then punishing the jump-in.
Which is very ironic, right? Game 1 and Game 2, Lapis gets the jump-ins from iStudying. Right now it's reversed. Still a jump, but also with an air dodge, so Lapis doesn't get a lot of frames.
It's also just Greninja's jump is very high. So for a character like Ken, it's really committal to the... Oh, that edge card though?
Yeah.
Very nice recovery.
Yeah. Lapis hasn't recovered with that way. Lapis did kill with that way. So Lapis heading into his maybe final stock for to get into winner's top 8. In a last shot situation.
He does have his jump though, but it's not going to matter. The back air is going to get to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Ice Studying versus Lapis. Game 5, last stock. Lapis taking some down tilts, doesn't get a lot of mileage off his advantage.
It's very rare for Lapis to miss those. Gets away with get-up attack twice though.
2 get-up attacks, of course. A very dead even game. We see Lapis a bit committal doing the side B.
Ooh, that was so nasty.
Oh, insane. Down tilt into up smash, doesn't get it. The spacing wasn't quite right. Even though Asani has been looking very dominant right now.
And that's going to do it. He has no jump. It should be no
jump, and I believe this is
waits out the
Ice makes it top 8 winner side in a very, very close reverse 3-0. Ice Studying, congratulations, and Lapis, I believe we're going to see more of you at loser side because you've been playing very hard. Was just not it, but you're going to make waves in losers.
That's our first person in on top 8.
Yeah,
I believe.
It is, exactly.
Very solid gameplay by Ice Studying, especially those last 3 games.
Yeah.
Got a little bit dicey at game 5, but that's the way we love it.
Yeah, and Ice Studying had to find out that the banjo wasn't the pick, right? Got absolutely dominated during game 2. But he had to realize that to have more confidence into the Ninja. And it's exactly what he did, and exactly how he got into a game 5 situation, and exactly how he got into top 8 winner side.
Yeah, when you're picking a secondary, I think game 2 is a perfect position to do it in.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you still have a game to play with, so even if you lose, it's not like a Hail Mary. It's like, I want to see if you can do this.
Yeah, and we're at best of 5 for a reason.
Yeah.
You have room to experiment, you have room to adjust, you have room to just reset mentally, because like a character switch is a very good way to...
It's a mental reset.
Mental reset, right? You got demolishing game A, no worries. Probably Greninja wasn't the pick. Let me try Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie was also was a very big pick. Let's go back to Greninja, because I believe I've got more intel on him.
Yeah, he might also just have gathered some data with the Banjo.
Yeah.
See how Lapis likes to approach, and absolutely stuffed him in game 4.
Exactly. Knowing a player like Ice Studying, which I think is very ironic since his name's Ice Studying.
He studies his opponents. That's why it's called Ice Studying.
Demolish his opponents bit by bit, and really finds every inch of his openings to take this away.
Yeah, was a really solid set overall.
Yeah, for real. I'm very hyped for the rest of top 24, because if this is the precedent that we're going to set for this upcoming block, I think we're having a blast.
If this is like the level we're gonna see all day, I'd love it all day, really.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah, for real. And big props to Lapis as well, even though he got reversed 2-0. He came very close, actually.
It's not easy taking 2 games of Ice Studying. It really isn't.
No.
Even though he made it look easy, but
yeah, which is a testament for how good he is. Right?
Yeah, he really is.
Still, Lapis, even though he's kind of a new player, which isn't actually the case anymore since a big pandemic came over it. He was very dominant during the Wi-Fi era. Made some huge waves these past couple of tournaments.
He's been taking names both on and offline, so it's not fair to call him a Wi-Fi hero anymore.
No, exactly.
He's just a solid player overall, and I'm convinced he's gonna at least make it close to top 8. If not make it just through the loser side.
I mean,
I feel sorry for the people meeting him there.
Yeah, I believe he's one set away of making top 8.
So he has to wait for a bit.
Exactly, and I mean, you're hoping he's going to make it close to top 8. He is close to top 8, but I believe Lapis is a player who is very, very how would I say it? Qualified to qualify for top 8.
Yeah, I mean, he's shown in the first 2 games just how strong of a player he really is.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'd be surprised if he doesn't make the top 8.
I'd be surprised too, of course. Of course, this tournament is still very, very stacked. I mean, we've got players like Super Saiyan, like Asriel, who's going to play against the Visper in a moment. But still, we've got players with
like Ramsey's Elite Tweet, Solo. Half of our PR is just here. And they're not going to make each other given an easy bracket run.
Exactly. I think we're very blessed as Smash NL to see such big talents at this enormous stage. You're not seeing the stage right now, you only see our beautiful faces, but looking at this venue, it's such a great venue.
It's great. It's so huge as well.
Yeah. I mean, look at this venue. Very dark, so excuse us for not seeing a lot, but a lot of familiar faces. Right? A lot of gamers, a lot of passionate players, and I think this is what Smash the Netherlands is.
Yeah, I'm really hopeful to see what kind of events this venue can host for us.
Yeah.
Because, you know, this is just the beginning.
The future of Smash, which is exactly what our tournament is called. Future of Smash, and we're hoping that this is the precedent that Smash the Netherlands is going to take on. Because we're showing off that it is possible. It is possible for us small kicker landje to have way more accolades as a country. We've produced some quality players, international threats. Mr. R, for example, Space, for example, Super Semi recently at Boss Battles doing really great, Azrael doing really great.
But even just Ice Studying, which we just saw now, has taken very solid out-of-country names.
Yeah, he did.
Both in Europe and in America.
And of course, very famous, and I believe every time Ice Studying comes on stage, someone has to tell about this, the great tale of Ice Studying at Beast. I wasn't even a player back then, but I knew about his name, which shows us that Ice Studying is a force to be reckoned with.
He's so good.
And in top 8 winners for a reason.
But the next match, though, is Steve.
It is Steve. So, we've got 2 players, both from Rotterdam, which is my pride. Shout out to Milty. Rotterdam. 2 players, one very active for these past couple of years, actually. Yeah. Of course, I'm talking about Azrael, who's been taking a lot of names, recently breaking into that top 3 spot in the Netherlands.
He's in the top 5 echelon right now.
Yeah.
Which, compared to last seasons, where he was like at the 8th, 9th place consistently, but he's been improving at a really fast rate, taking players like Space.
Yeah, on a very great upwards trajectory. Wasn't in winning. Let me think about that, because I've casted him before on Reaction earlier this year. At that tournament, he was like 0-22 against Space. Nope. Recently been forcing it way up and made it into grand finals of the Ultimate Performance, beating a player like Space. Made it into 4th, beating Space once, but lost the run back.
The run back.
But let me just compare these past couple of months to these past couple of years.
Nobody beats Azrael 22 times in a row.
Exactly, and Azrael is very comfortable playing at these high stakes matches because he got so much proof, but nothing to lose. And I think that perfectly describes Azrael as a player. Always goes to locals, I believe. Of these projected winner top 8, attends the most locals.
Yeah, he really cares about the community overall.
Yeah.
He really shows up by just showing up everywhere, playing with everyone. He wants everyone to get better. It's just not just selfish of him.
I mean, he wants himself to get better by making his opponents better, so he can improve a lot more. And I think this is a perfect mindset over a player like Azrael, which shows he's going into a winner's top 8 qualifier against the Visboer. The Visboer is a Steve player, and you know Steve a lot. Could you tell me about the character?
All right, so Steve has like 20 matchup checks. I'm really wondering. The thing that most people do wrong is how do you deal with block walls?
Yeah.
Because jumping over them is a big mistake.
Okay. Because anti-air with the up tilt,
up tilt is so good, it's spammable, and the reward out of it, just at minimum you should eat 60.
Yeah.
So it's just not worth it. You just want the space, an aerial, even or a grounded move on the blocks, and see what Steve does next.
Yeah.
and not walk into minecarts all the time.
No. And knowing a player like the Visboer, previously known as Delano, a bit of a meme lord, so calling myself this Visboer doesn't surprise me a bit. Delano. He's been tweeting that this is his last tournament. His enjoyment out of this game is quite gone. He doesn't have any time.
Oh, there we go.
But still,
I'm not agreeing with the stage pick right here.
Yes, but still, Delano making waves at this last tournament, maybe. The Visboer heading into his top 8 qualifiers against Israel, and of course, starting immediately with a sick advantage state. And you see already how much of a technical player this Delano is. The block placements, the no impact landings. He's got himself a great lead of.
It's already at 90.
Yeah, and
uncalled down smash right there.
Yeah, lead us more into this matchup because Israel, of course, playing a lot of swordies with great spacing, and I think that's exactly what you need as against Steve.
Unfortunate recovery pad for Delano.
Still, doesn't matter very much in the lead. Tried to read the air dodge. Did make the read, but the spacing wasn't quite right yet. And of course, that up smash did make it, and that SD didn't matter. It's still even stock, and Azrael going into his advantage state, which didn't lead too much. But, Curse Cake, lead me into a bit of the gameplay, what Azrael needs.
So this is exactly what Azrael is looking for. The counter, if you call out one minecart with a counter, you're dead. It doesn't matter if you're at 30 or at 100, you're just dead.
He died at 60%.
And it gets even worse once he has gold.
Yeah, I can imagine that, of course. Not even that. Azura didn't have wing that right there.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He just kills.
Yeah. If your minecart gets called out, you're dead. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So that's why he's picking Sephiroth. On top of that, the range of Sephiroth is really good at contesting Steve.
Well,
however,
you've been saying don't jump over Steve. Steve has amazing anti-airs, and we're not talking about an up tilt right here. We're talking about a killing beefy up smash, which is exactly the answer the Visboer needed.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Just reset to ledge.
Yeah. It's of course still game 1. Both these players still need to adapt and still need to find ways to exploit their weaknesses.
And he jumps in. Oh, he lives?
Didn't kill yet, but talking about weaknesses, I believe that
that back air is going to do
it. Weakness, and I believe that back air is a weakness. Azrael taking game 1.
Yeah, but one does question what would happen if Delano doesn't SD's first stock.
He died at the first stock at around 60% by SD.
And died at 40 because he ran a minecart in.
Exactly. And died at the third stock because he got greedy with it.
All right, we're going to another good Steve stage because this stage has a lot of iron. So using iron in this matchup is dangerous.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
However,
so are we expecting to see a lot more minecarts since Sephiroth, of course, is a character who can exploit the minecart very easily, like we said on the second stock.
Scintilla just instantly decimates.
Yeah. So, does more iron matter a lot?
No, but I think the stage layout also favors Steve right here because if you build, you only need like a 2-building wall.
Jesus. Datum was actually very smart. It didn't get a lot of mileage of that, but it set the tone for how his ledge trap is going to be. Doesn't really matter because Azrael says, no, I don't really like that advantage. And 2 counters in a row. The Visboer in a disadvantage, but still it's only 1 hit away to maybe even kill Sephiroth, because Sephiroth is very, very light. Gets regrab, but a very smart mix-up.
I didn't know that up B actually just decimates that ledge trap as well, because it kills the block, so...
Right, yeah.
So neutral get-up becomes an option again.
Yeah. Of course, Azrael getting the wing right now makes his move a bit better. I say a bit, but actually a lot
gets
better.
An extra jump, gets extra speed, gets armor on the smash attacks.
Yeah. We've been saying that this is a comeback mechanic. It's by no means a comeback mechanic. This is also a way to extend your lead, which is exactly what Azrael is going for. Heading off stage, it's very hard to actually guard Steve.
Calls out the minecart with the fair. Yeah. Sephiroth is so good at dealing with minecart.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why he chose to stall there, because it gave the Visbur a lot of resources.
True, but I don't think it really matters, since in my opinion it's more of a safe option to not get ledge trapped.
Or hit by an up tilt.
Exactly, he did get more time to...
Okay, he has the 3 orbs right now. So
yeah.
Smart option.
By Delano, of course.
Yeah.
What I find very interesting is the move side B of Sephiroth. The orbs, of course, not doing a lot immediately.
He's allowed
damage,
to deck that?
But side B doing way more of a pressure thingy.
Yeah, it forces you to take an option at that certain timing.
Yeah. And
otherwise you just get hit.
That said, it's also very much a matchup check. A lot of players who's new, who's playing against Sephiroth for the first few times, panic. Yeah. They see the orbs around them, it's very scary.
Yeah, they air dodge too early, get hit anyway, and then it combos, and then you just die.
But it's actually fake pressure, because you're still movable. You're still allowed to do whatever you like. That said...
Yeah, just force the defensive option at that certain timing.
Yeah. I've been ramming a lot. It is dead even, and I don't actually see how that happened. Because Azrael, even though it's a very...
It's not even.
close game, percentage-wise,
yeah.
Azrael has been looking so dominant.
Is he going to get the spike? No, he does not. He gets footstool instead.
And what a way to take this game away. And this is so unfortunate for the Visbur, because he's been getting killed a lot in early percentage, and it doesn't get earlier than this. He was dead at, well, 1%. Very, very unfortunate.
But I really like what Azrael did that, because he delayed his smash. So when most people panic, instantly mash out, get spiked.
Yeah.
So what Azrael did is play a game of chicken, like, I can go low, how low can you go?
Right, yeah, exactly.
Well, low enough to footstool, making the kill at 0.
I mean, we've been saying unfortunate for the Visbur.
But it was a smart counterplay.
Smart play of Azrael, of course. Azrael's been looking hot. Does he look hot enough to close to the set out 3-0? Or does the Visbur have anything to say to this? What I know is that the Visbur is going to fish for a lot of kill confirms, since he is the Visbur. Doesn't get a lot, but does get a good advantage stage with this block, this normal impact landing, and a great 92%.
Already have wing, but how much can he use it?
That up tilt was very smart. That jump wasn't very smart. Even though you've got a wing, you can't always fly. That anvil is going to put you down, and he got this stock disadvantage.
Jumps out early enough so it grabs instead of an hitbox. Very smart play by Delano right there.
What is that grab range? I believe he is in playing Cloud right now, but the Visbur, great way to start a reverse sweep, because you're looking very great, the Visbur. You're doing some cheesy things. Doesn't matter, you're the Visbur, and that shield doesn't break. Still.
Fast mash out this time. Greatly mixing up what he's actually doing once he gets hit by a minecart.
Yeah, and it's back on this stage. Yeah, a lot of iron. I believe the iron is a lot more use if Delano realizes that the anvil is actually an okay way to pressure someone. What isn't a good way is getting a fair in the face. So still a good lead, but
he's being a little bit trigger happy on that minecart in that exact spot. It's been already been called out several times.
Yeah. And the player, like Azrael, of course, knows exactly what players want to do. If it's been happening for the last few moments.
That up smash is so huge.
Big charge, big read, and Azrael, again, looking very poised to take the set.
That's the flip side. If the call out on the minecart is wrong, you get F smash.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. So. Perfect play.
And there we go, Steve that at 40.
Jesus Christ. Azrael, how can you be so good at reading these minecarts? The Visbur going to lose his side, a bit unfortunate. Still expecting a lot of things for a player like him, making a lot of upsets. So by no means is he finished.
Yeah, his run to top 24 was not easy.
Exactly.
Beating both Dragon Blaze and Yuffie, I believe.
Yeah, he did. So. But still, congratulations to Azrael for making winner sides top 8. How can you be so good at a matchup everybody hates? Counter, Sephiroth counter, perfect.
He plays it really well, and it also shows, like, against this record against the other Steves. is very much in Azrael's favor.
Yeah, which I find actually very interesting in a way that Azrael has been losing it early on in his career, like 2-3 years ago. I mean, he's very famous for hitting on heavies.
Heavies, Little Mac. I mean, his last top run was losing round 1 into still getting, I don't know, what was it? Second, third?
He got second, yeah. I mean, still knowing these matchup checks against a Steve, of all characters, is very much a testament for how good Azrael's been getting.
Yeah. And you really need to have those matchups down because Ultimate has a lot of cheesy matchups. Steve being the most dominant one right now.
Yeah, which is the reason why I stopped playing Ultimate, but play Melee. Hey!
No. Just play both.
Yeah, but of course, Ultimate's a lot of cheesy matchups. Steve, by no means not a prominent character, even though in the Netherlands there are only effectively 2 Steves.
There's 2 Steve mains, right? Yeah. And they're both around the same level, I'd say, just like lower end of PR. So you're gonna run into them eventually. Yeah. So you need to have that matchup on check. Yeah. Azrael just showed he's.
Would you look at that? Two excited players heading onto stage in North Holland. Could you introduce me to these 2 players?
Let's see. We have Elite Tweet. Guess what? He plays a bird.
He plays a bird. He tries to fly away, heading into top 8. But of course, the guy who might stop him is no other than Super Sam. Needs no introduction.
The favorite of the tournament right now.
Yeah, for real.
Second on the PR.
Yeah. Very, very, very busy with his mathematics study, which isn't the case anymore. So the real Super Semi is unlocked since he doesn't have any stress of his bachelor.
And these 2 have played fairly often, but the last few times, I believe, was the last 4 sets were in Semi's favor, only dropping 1 game.
Yeah. So these 2, of course, by no means unknown to each other. Played a lot against each other at the VR Cafe local, which is also a partnership of H2O. So
shout outs to VR.
To beer and shout outs to
VR Cafe.
VR Cafe and Haarlem.
Yes.
Haarlem. I know my places. But yeah, very fitting that these 2 are playing against each other for top 8, since it is a North Holland local.
A special.
Yeah, it's a North Holland special. This current event is in North Holland. So these 2 playing against each other, quite symbolic. But I'm afraid to say that Elite Suite doesn't have the best of match
the track record is very much in Super Sami's favor.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that it's impossible. It's not the first time that Elite Tweet has taken games and even sets of Sami.
Sets he has taken at various VR Cafe locals. These 2 are like the classic grand finals. And what I mean by that is that 1 second, let me fix my mic. Okay. What I mean by that is that these 2 actually always beat everyone, and Elite Suite always beats everyone except for Super Semi. It did happen multiple times where Super Semi got beaten by Elite Suite during a winner semifinal set, but the run back was always Super Semi.
Always, yeah.
These 2 have played multiple times during a day. Like we've got the hilarious case of a 4-set Super Semi versus Elite Suite because the grand finals got delayed into another local. The grand finals reset, the grand finals in itself, and of course the winners finals where Elite Suite did get the win. So these 2 played a lot against each other.
At least he's laughing according to his tag.
Yeah. And I hope that this laugh is a way for him to celebrate that he's going into top 8 winner side. Elite Suite, show us what you've got. You're heading into top 8 qualifiers against Super Semi. These 2 know each other, and I hope that we're going to see a lot of adaptations from each other.
That's just another 60%.
And
the up tilt like breaking the side B.
Yeah, and that shows how much Super Semi is comfortable in this matchup, calling out that side B, which even though it has a startup, it for some reason is always very hard to just anti-air or interrupt.
Oh, there we go. Oh, went for the regrab but whiffed.
Yeah, Elite Tweet, of course, playing Falco, very famous for his combos.
And Fair will take the stock.
Yeah. Talk me into this matchup, right?
Right. So you'd expect Youngling to be more of a zoner, but it's kind of hard to do that against a frame 1 reflector.
True.
So that leads Super Semi into like this mid-range playstyle where he just gets so much out of every hit.
And we've been saying Super Semi has been very hot right now. These fire arrows are also very hot, and these combos are also very hot. Ladies and gentlemen, get yourself some water.
And that's the classic, the up tilt back air.
Yeah.
Taking the first stock.
Yeah, but both these characters, of course, very combo heavy.
Very explosive.
Yeah,
once they get the preferred hit, your stock might as well just be gone.
Yeah. That said, even though they're both very explosive, I would say that Youngling gets a bit of a mileage since his neutral is a lot better. Of course, Falco very linear in the way he approaches. Doesn't really matter for Elite Tweet right now because he gets a very weird top stage in this scenario and a ledge trap right now. And he gets a ledge trap. Did get the read of the spot dodge. Wasn't enough since he whiffed this bear.
So he just got away with a whiff grab.
Yeah, exactly. That's weird.
Okay, here we go.
And this is
the reflector is so annoying to deal with.
Yeah.
Because normally in that situation, just set up your pressure with a boomerang from that range.
Yeah. That said, it doesn't seem like Super Semi has a lot of problems dealing with that reflector. It's only just now that he got 2 in a row, not even the reflector hitbox, but just the normal hit. That we've been saying that reflector is very good. Right. Yeah, Super Semi.
Just not letting Elite Tweet play the game.
Yeah.
It's not gonna kill yet.
Yeah, no.
Resets the ledge.
Still off stage, ledge trap right now.
And the dash attack will do it.
Yeah, and I was almost going to say that option of getting off stage was creative, but creative isn't always the option.
I mean, Semi was covering a lot of options with the bomb and an air.
Yeah.
And then he just forced Elite Tweet's hands to do something, and then just reacted to it.
Which was the perfect reaction, right? Dash attack, killing at that range, killing at that percentage.
Force the burst option off the ledge, and then just like, well, just let me run after you.
Yeah. Still, it was only game 1. Super Semi looking dominant as ever. And I'm just now seeing Elite Tweet's sponsor or tag, Nathaniel B. Well, who the heck is Nathaniel B? Elite Tweet, would you be so kind to show me and show me some more combos of yours, since it's always a very big threat to see. And we're heading right into advantage stage of Elite Tweet. Well, straight 70%.
You asked for a combo, and there he goes, 70 damage.
Yeah, and we've been saying explosive.
Nearly gets the edge guard as well, but just barely short.
I mean, we've been saying explosive, right? Explosive is like the perfect way to describe both of these players. We saw some explosivity from Super Semi in game 1. We've been saying it more of Elite Tweet this game. Still, that said,
gets off ledge.
Gets off ledge.
Looking for that up tilt right now.
Yeah.
He wants that up tilt back air.
And that ledge
or just a straight back air, that works.
I was saying that Elite Tweet did get a lot of problems with that ledge trap of Super Semi. Doesn't matter, he still got the kill, but he gets killed in return.
Yeah, just an even game all around. That Nair killed at 90 though.
Yeah, on stage. What can I say? That kick hits harder than people expect.
Yeah.
And not only does that kick kill, that kick also sets up some sick jab blocks.
Yeah, I'm surprised the fair one didn't hit right there.
Yeah, and also there, I'm surprised that didn't hit.
Oh, Zare up smash.
So creative. I've never
it's true.
seen that.
It's true. It's true.
Jesus Christ, Super Semi, how creative can you get? You've been playing this character for I don't know how long. Still new stuff every time. It's like a painting. Blank canvas is Elite Suite, and Young Link of Super Semi is the brush. We always see some new sick techs. Still.
Oh, that up smash was uncalled for.
Yeah.
It looks like Elite Suite is a little bit desperate to get a kill right now, and just Semi is punishing time and time again.
Jesus Christ, how did you read that local recovery? Super Semi, how good are you?
And just that at 80 twice.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a zoner, a character that chips you down and kills at late percentage. But
yeah, but we're talking about Super Semi.
Semi doesn't care. He's like, 80, yeah, that's good enough. Time to die.
Yeah, I think, I mean, Super Semi, of course, very, very aggressive as a player, not that defensive playstyle a player like Kobe has from America. Knowing that the projectiles that Super Semi can get are very, very much suffocating, makes great use of that, not only just using as a defensive option, but also an offensive option.
As a pressure option.
Yeah, exactly. Of course. I mean, off stage, Super Semi, amazing reads.
It's not what you expect of Youngling, because, you know, it's very risky for Youngling to go off stage that far. But he makes it work.
And is it, I mean, even though it's more on the riskier side, Super Semi as a player, of course, very considerate of his position during stage, but also his bombs, the
recoveries are he can go deep.
Yeah, he can absolutely go deep.
He's on the slower side of turning back, and Falco absolutely decimates people off stage.
Yeah, doesn't seem the case of these last couple of games. Super Semi, of course, a 2-0 stock lead, a game lead.
Oh, that was a very nice recovery by Elite Suite.
Yeah, Elite Suite going for the mangle. Great angle. Doesn't get finished now yet.
And fails the tech and pays for it with his life.
I mean, it's very hard to tech that, right? You have to preemptively know it. Falco, of course, being a fast faller, spacey, and that Nair hitting you very hard and fast.
Yeah, and the angle is also just very nasty.
Yeah, exactly.
Reads the roll in.
I mean, you have ways to DI that Nair, so you have more room to tech it.
Yeah, but not in that situation.
Yeah, exactly. So for now, Super Semi, not a big lead right now.
I don't know what those up smash reads are. They haven't been working out, and he keeps getting punished for them.
Yeah, desperate, I believe. Super Semi off stage right now.
Doesn't get the ledge trap either.
Yeah.
It's looking harder by the minute.
And this is
not fair though.
This is rough, right? Elite Suite, of course, playing Falco, which very much needs a good advantage state.
Yeah, or just a fair at the
or just a fair, but in general, leading up into a kill percent, you need
at 150, 6. Falco should be killing earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Not even that, but I haven't seen any combos of Elite Suite yet.
Yeah, like one in game 2, and which was instantly matched by Semi.
Yeah, does get a great regrab.
But you asked for combos, and here we go.
A small 50%, a small 60%. It was a good latch up situation, and the advantage state doesn't get finished right now. Still a latch up situation. This might be it, but very, very greedy. Yeah.
Oh.
Doesn't matter. Both these players being greedy, but greed does get rewarded. Elite Suite takes this stock, and for the first time at this set, Elite Suite in a stock advantage.
I really like what Semi did there though with the bomb. Once he respawned, he ran and just threw it down, used the invincibility, creates a little bit of a smoke screen, unsure of what will happen next, but Astro is not going to do it,
no,
but
by far not. That boomerang does kill it.
That angle was so good.
Yeah, Elite Suite has been recovering that same way these past couple of stocks. Yeah. Super Semi gets the punish.
Calling it out.
Yeah, and that's Super Semi as a player, right? Forcing adaptations, because there was a reason why he went that low with that side B, but forcing adaptations to make sure that the next time someone makes that adaptation, you have the perfect answer for that. But Super Semi, do you have the answer for this advantage state? I believe so. A whiff grab was sufficient, so you can get the advantage state back to neutral right now.
Up tilt, back air? Oh, just got combo broken by pressing there. Sometimes it just works.
Yeah, and Might I say that this is a dead even game?
Yeah, I'm surprised Sammy got away with that dash attack on shield.
Yeah, Elite Suite. If you want to make it a top 8 winner side, you have to make it count right now. This might be your last stock. You're at 124%. This is game 3.
I really like how Sammy adjusted his...
Jesus Christ. Elite Suite, I've been saying you have to make it count. You did make it count. That there was sick. And might I see a reverse 3-0? I hope it for you, buddy, because this is looking at a great set. We have set on our hands.
I really liked how Sammy DI'd that up throw, because last time he got killed by the up throw up air.
Yeah.
But Elite Suite was ready for it and gets a back air instead, and that off-stage situation was set up that way.
Yeah,
and he makes the most out of it.
Yeah, and most of it is one game. Still a very uphill battle.
Yeah, it's semi-stage selection right now, so I doubt you're going to see small battlefield again.
What do you think it's going to be?
Town and City.
Big stage.
Big stage. I'm thinking the other two flat stages are banned by Elite Suite. Yeah. And there we go, Town and City.
Town and City. Of course, side blast zones, very small. And we've been seeing that Super Sammy gets the most of the kills with the side platform, with the Boomerang Fair, the classics. But that said, Elite Suite, of course, killing a lot with Bear as well.
Yeah, but
is that going to be enough?
Down in City is also just not that great for Falco, because a lot of the times it's just FD, but it's slightly different blast zones.
Yeah.
And Falco really wants those platform extensions on his advantage state.
Yeah.
But just right now, it's pretty much FD, and so he's not going to get much out of an up tilt right now.
Super Sammy, your spacing is so good.
Yeah, he's absolutely not letting Elite Suite play the game.
Have you seen that lingering there? Amazing spacing, knows exactly what the trap bubble is of Falco, and knows exactly how to make this stock count lead. He's right now...
Yeah, I really liked how he just waited all the options. I was like, okay, you're just going to press.
Jesus Christ, that grab was insane. Is this going to be a kill? It's so weird, he he falls off of the uppie. That might have been a kill. Elite Suite gets the kill.
Sometimes Link up B just doesn't want to work.
That would have been so sick. That grab extension was amazing. That up B was amazing. But of course, we're talking about Smash Ultimate, and Elite Suite is very happy right now because he did get
he gets a fighting chance right now.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes a bit of luck is all you need, and I hope that Elite Suite needs.
Sammy doesn't seem phased though. He just was like, all right, I lost the stock. Doesn't matter. I don't need it.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't get that sick Twitter clip, right?
Just end it early. Fair one to up smash.
Yeah. Super Sammy, of course. I have commentated Super Sammy a lot.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because I've commentated some pool smash, mostly top 8 sets. Super Sammy always being there top 8. And
but look at the advantage state though.
Yeah. But what I was saying, I've always called Super Sammy a painter. His opponents being the blank canvas and the combos being the brush and the ink. So much creativity from this player. It's so amazing to see, not even creativity, but also the efficiency of a player like Super Sammy.
Yeah, I really love how he's playing neutral as well.
Yeah.
It's not like Sammy is just an advantage state piece. He has good advantage state, plus a really great neutral.
Yeah, plus a great disadvantage state.
That's what makes him so scary.
Yeah. And talking about scary, we have a latch situation. Elite Suite, you have to make it count. You did get the fair. Are you going to take the stock?
That Boomerang instantly stopped Elite Suite in his tracks.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Lift down tilt at 120.
Yeah, it's not the kill yet.
The DI was rough.
It was bad DR because he was expecting the back throw. It's still a ledger situation. Elite Suite.
I think he wants a down tilt. You think so as well?
You say so. I'm not quite sure. He did get the down tilt. Elite Suite, are you going to get more down tilts here?
Nah, he's going for up tilt now.
Oh yeah, right. 30%
where's combo percentage?
It's looking very rough for Elite Suite. But one sick advantage state of Elite Suite. Knowing a player like Elite Suite, knowing a character like Falco, it isn't that far off. Knowing that this could be a Game 5 set.
And
it's not the case. Super Sammy, congratulations for making winners top 8. very well played, and also very well played for Elite Suite.
Yeah, that was a solid set.
That was a very solid set. And I believe, I mean, looking at these two players, of course, playing a lot against each other.
Yeah, this is kind of what we expected.
Yeah.
Elite Suite usually takes a game or two, but in the end, Semi still prevails, which is exactly what just happened right now.
And having played so many times against each other, these players know each other like
very
by
well.
heart.
Yeah.
You see it by the way that Super Semi interrupts the side B, which is one of the neutral tools of Falco.
It's
If
just
that
not
gets off the chart, then what can you do, right?
Yeah, because Falco isn't fast.
No.
Jumping is difficult against someone with a sword.
Even though it's just a very short sword, it's still a sword.
It's still a sword, and Semi spacing is phenomenal. So
yeah, we've seen that in what game was that? Game 3, Game 4, where it was a sick corner pressure. Elite Suite desperately trying to throw out move just to make it out of corner.
nothing can happen.
Nothing made it happen, and the perfect lingering there of Super Semi, the perfect jump color with the fair. Super Semi is so sick, and we're going to see more of him. So I can fanboy for hours, but I believe
I'm really excited to see what he's gonna bring to top 8.
Very poised to make it. Yeah, to make it out as the winner of Smash, of the future of Smash, right?
Yeah, he's the favorite to win it today because we have no Mr. R, no space. So his counterpart will probably be Ezreal.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, doesn't really matter because we're still in top 24.
So we still got some great matches to go. But
yeah.
I'm really wondering who's gonna get called on stream anytime soon. But
I'm seeing a wild Yuffie right there.
Oh, Yuffie made it all the way from losers.
And I believe his opponent is going to be Skipper.
Oh, that's gonna be explosive.
Yeah. That said, Skipper, of course, being the player that's very explosive. Yuffie not so much until the very last coaching session he had with Ramses.
Yeah, Yuffie's kind of an interesting case because you look at his characters like, okay, Ryu probably wants to go in and mash buttons, right? And then Yuffie's like, no, I have this pretty red fireball and I want to shoot it like 20 times. You're gonna come to me. Yeah,
I believe it's very interesting because Yuffie had the run of a lifetime during
Lightning.
He made second. He beat the likes of
Super Semi, which we just saw.
Which always looks unstoppable. Still, Yuffie made it happen. He made it a game 5 against Mr. R 2 times. Run of a lifetime. I'm assuming Yuffie makes it on the PR because he's been playing very well at that tournament. That said, these last recent tournaments, he was also a bit off. Right?
Yeah, it's really dependent on who he meets in bracket.
Yeah.
Because once Yuffie is comfortable with a matchup, he's scary. Like really, really scary.
I believe seeing some clips of him parrying 5 hits of Palisade in there, right?
Yeah.
Things like that.
Exactly.
Yuffie is the perfect example of have a game plan, execute perfectly, and you will always win.
And once you lose your patience against Yuffie, you're gonna get blown up.
You're done.
We're seeing Skipper right there. Yeah, look in the camera. You can do it.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a defensive wall against a offensive sword, right?
Yeah.
The impenetrable shield versus the all-destroying sword. Skipper, of course, a very, very offensive player, known for his fast followers, known for his fast-paced characters.
And mostly his Roy lately.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's been taking names left and right.
Even me.
even the casters, you know. Once you beat the casters, you know you've made it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we're getting paid right now. And I don't believe most of these players are getting paid. But Skipper, of course, a very fast-paced character, player. And
very solid advantage stage.
Yeah.
Very pressure-based neutral, but sometimes wants to press buttons.
Yeah, and a character like Roy is so perfect for that.
Yeah, exactly.
He's been saying he's been a bit nervous these last couple of sets. He played against the Naxo Egg.
He's been playing against characters that will blow up your overextension by just taking your stock.
Yeah, and he was very nervous.
He's made it though.
He made it.
Even though he's nervous, he's still winning.
Yeah, but of course, he's a bit nervous against characters that blow you up in one interaction. That's exactly what Yuffie is playing. He's playing Ryu, of course.
Yeah.
One interaction can be detriment for your stock, and it's very, very dangerous for Skipper to not lose his confidence, because we're talking about Yuffie. You've been saying, if you lose your cool against Yuffie, you're dead.
Yeah, exactly. He will just slow it down, you'll get hit by a couple of Hadoukens, and then you're right, alright, I need to jump in, and then he anti-airs you.
Yeah.
Get sure you're dead at 60 or something.
Yeah. The tag of Yuffie being Leuk Spel.
Yeah, it is a nice game.
It is a nice game. For the viewers from foreign countries, Leuk Spel means nice game. I believe Yuffie is one of the most passionate players from the Netherlands. Very passionate about his character. I mean, you've seen some cosplays of him, maybe. Just all around a very mentality-wise solid player, because he just enjoys playing games with friends.
Yeah, he's just like Ryu, you know, just wants to fight good people.
Exactly.
And get better.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he's doing.
Ryu being a soul character and also just shares his mindset and soul. It's very poetic to see. Skipper hovering Falco at the moment.
That is an honor option of him. Because
it kind of makes sense.
He does have a Falco, and you know, a multi-hit character against someone against like Ryu and good edge guarding. It makes sense.
Yeah, and also, of course, Falco being a very high jumper makes it so that if he's in it, a very
jumping from ledge is going to be so good. But
yeah,
dash up grab working.
Jesus Christ! And immediately we're seeing a sick conversion of
the focus
Skipper,
attack though, because only one hit.
Yeah, the focus attack.
The neutral get up tilt.
Jesus Christ! Skipper,
works.
How explosive can you make it be? Skipper taking a first stock of this losers round 3 of
just
top 24.
Not respecting Yuffie at all. It's like, you're not going to get this neutral get up timing.
Yeah, I mean, we've been saying, Yuffie, if you ever lose your cool against Yuffie, you're dead.
If you're panicking against Skipper, you're dead as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think Skipper feels very confident right now. Doesn't matter though, Yuffie still needs to find his way around his buttons. Did find his way around his buttons, and this is an even game. And
another update starter.
Yeah, I know. You're seeing right here why...
He has no jump anymore.
Yeah, you're seeing right here why Skipper chose his Falco, because you can't focus attack in up tilt. An up tilt spamming Falco, and still the advantage stage was amazing. You're losing it right now.
He only gets 10 out of that grab.
Yeah.
It is a good game.
It is a very good game. Yuffie is having that tag. Don't believe he's enjoying it this much unless he gets an advantage state, which he's having right now. This is a very Leuk Spel.
Just they're both at kill percent.
Yeah,
it's a dead even game. Even though the difference is 50%, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not gonna kill right now.
No. I mean, Falco of course doesn't have any kill throws. It's mainly of the up tilt back air or the up tilt fair or off stage interactions. Yuffie bringing it back, full rage.
Full rage, sure you will kill.
Yeah, of course. Great reflector. You've been talking about it the previous set. Frame round reflector being very obnoxious against these projectile heavy characters. And even though Ryu is not a projectile heavy character,
but Yuffie
is a very projectile heavy player.
Yeah, but we're seeing great adaptation from Yuffie in that sense, because he's only thrown like 3 Shakus so far.
Yeah.
And the ones that he throws is at a range where you can't react to them.
Can you imagine that up tilt almost killed?
Yeah, I'm surprised he went for it.
Down throw?
Yeah, that was down throw.
Yeah.
Ooh, just like, oh God.
Jesus Christ.
We're still at 200%. Just one opening will kill right now because he has at max range.
Yeah, but you still need to get the opening. You see exactly.
There we go. Okay.
That one fair was all it took to take this last stock, the semi-last stock.
There we go.
One interaction to make it even. And you see right here.
We see Skipper constantly like releasing his shield too early, causing him to just to get. Oh.
Yeah, and he didn't right there.
No, but I'm surprised Yuffie went for it instead of just hit confirming it.
Yeah, that even game right now. And got the sour spot there. Didn't matter. Skipper taking game 1.
Yeah, and that all started because Yuffie was a little bit trigger happy on the Shoryuken right there.
Yeah, he was.
Because it was his game to lose right there.
Yeah, almost make the comeback right there. Losing, of course, very early on the game, the first stock.
Yeah, but he then, the way stock 2 played out, living to 210%, already getting Skipper to about 60, only needed like 2 interactions more, and then he was like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if it just Shoryuken this shield right here?
Bit on the greedier side. Don't lose your cool against Yuffie, but also don't lose your cool against Skipper. Because you might got skipped on. Skipper getting the first game. Of course, this is a best of 5. Still sticking out on both of these characters, but heading into somewhat a bigger stage of Hollow Bastion.
Huh. Interesting pick.
It's a Yuffie pick, so I'm not quite surprised since it's a bit of a bigger stage.
He just runs up and grabs him at the start of the match.
Yeah, I mean...
It works.
It works, especially considering the fact that Yuffie, of course, are very defensive players, and knowing the habit of how you start the game and knowing your opponents as a player.
Especially when you have an advantage state like that. Getting that single opening means so much.
Yeah, and Skipper, you're running away with this game right now. Early stock, early second stock, 83%. You're insane, Skipper. And Skipper, how much further can you push this on? You're still only at 33%.
Gets away from the ledge free as well.
Yeah, it's finally Ryu's time to shine. Didn't shine a lot, because this is always going to kill up tilt, back air, the classic combo.
The classic, the tried and true, the preferred way to finish stocks. That like 90-ish.
Yeah. 2 stock leads. Skipper...
and now he suddenly slows it down. It's like, okay, I have a 2 stock lead.
He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to engage. It's funny, it's fun. It's always fun to run towards your opponent. But if you're a good player, you know that's not always necessary.
Falco is just not having those focus attacks. It's like, nah, you can't do that against me. Good call out with the Tatsu though.
Yeah, Skipper has been playing a lot with these dash badges. Of course, overshooting is always the perfect answer.
And that will
Jesus
take
Christ,
it.
Ryu.
And it's an even game, even though we had such an explosive start on the Skipper's side.
This game as a whole is explosive. This set as a whole is explosive, and these 2 players as a whole are explosive.
I really like how he went for fair instead of back air right there, because, you know, Ryu focus attack only blocks a single hit.
Yeah, and the most logical option, of course, being the back air. Up smash does get the job done, even though Skipper was dominant these first 2 stocks.
Yeah, but Yuffie is not letting Skipper run over him. He's like, okay, cool, you can cool early, so can I.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have to see, right? Yuffie still being very calm enough to take 2 stocks at his last ditch of efforts. Can we see 2 or 3 games taken as his last ditch effort? Because he still needs to win 3. Skipper needs to win 1. Skipper, can you close out the set, or will Yuffie make the reverse 3-0? Still a big hill to climb.
Look, the last 2 times he got grabbed, now he's just like, okay, you're gonna run up a grab, I'm gonna F-tilt you.
Yeah.
So instead of an advantage state of Skipper, he now got like 25%.
Yeah. And we see it immediately. The pace has been set. Yuffie thinking, no, I'm not being that defensive because we've got call out on. And perfect option selection to make sure that even though Skipper gets attacked.
I'm actually surprised that Skipper didn't make that.
Yeah, me too. But it was a perfect play for Yuffie, right?
Yeah, right. Because
getting the stake, reading the space tech, stage tech, and confirming the up B out of it. Perfect.
Best case scenario, he fails the attack and gets the kill. Worst case scenario, the situation is reset and you got some extra damage.
Yeah,
it was great.
Skipper isn't faced. He's thinking, well, if you can kill me early, I can kill you early as well. It wasn't that early, but it's still a great advantage state of Skipper.
And there we go again. Shoryu on shield.
Yeah,
it's very uncharacteristic from Yuffie because usually his Shoryus are on point, but.
Yeah, he's mostly very patient to play
mostly
against.
Like that, you know?
Yeah, exactly. 1 stock lead for Yuffie.
Yeah, but we've seen that stock leads mean absolutely nothing in these matches.
No. 1 interaction might be all it takes to bring this even for Skipper. This is the first interaction. Is this the final interaction to make this even game? It might not. Skipper gets hit by the focus attack, gets hit by the up B.
We have a set.
And we have set right here. This is not a 3-0 wash. Yuffie, show us what you've got, because you're going to make it a very great set.
Wondering what stages Yuffie ban. I'm assuming it's going to be triplets because it's Falco.
Yeah, exactly. So the most logical stage bans would be Battlefield and the Yoshi Story, right?
Exactly. And I know Yuffie doesn't like Smashville, so I'm assuming Smashville is gone as well.
Yeah, of course.
Which probably leaves off with either PS2 or Small Battlefield.
Depends on what Skipper might find comfortable. Because, I mean, the Falco has been working out.
Yeah, I'm not expecting a character switch right in.
Me neither.
Just
you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Just fixing my.
Right. But yeah, we're heading into stage selection. I didn't see what it was. It's still going to be Falco versus Ryu. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't actually expect the Falco instead of the Roy. It makes sense, right?
I wasn't considering it the first game, but once he locked it in, it makes sense. And I do agree with just sticking with it. But we're looking at a decent advantage state. Yeah. I was expecting more, but you need to take the small wins as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's very easy for these two characters to make most out of one situation, but sometimes
like that.
Yeah, I mean sometimes it's also okay to just take the small wins. And yeah, still in corner. And
raw sure you can calling out the dash grab is like no, we're not having that.
Yeah, and we're looking at a very, very good opening for Game 4 of Yuffie. I still need to win 2 more games to win this set. However, he played against Solo. It was a reverse 3-0. So Yuffie has been showing off that for him it's not a problem if you're out down 2-0. For him, it's just more practice, knowing his character, knowing him as a personality. And it's also way more time to adapt.
As I said, stocks mean absolutely nothing to these two, because you'd think a fresh stock lead would just mean the game, right? But
yeah.
Nah.
Well, I mean, it's for starters, it's of course specials mode. There's always a very quick way to get killed. And also these two characters, these two players,
just so solid.
Yeah,
overall.
And this is even game. A fair one into down tilt.
Yeah, that was.
It was nice. It wasn't the most.
The empty jump up tilt, not gonna kill quite. Yeah, but
yeah.
Nearly had to read.
Yeah, Skipper had to read, but didn't exactly know
commit.
What to do, and he didn't know how to commit, and was a bit hesitant. Which is Jesus Christ.
Which is exactly not what he's doing right now.
No, exactly. And the focus, and the focus attack. Of course, up smash being a 2-hit makes it sure that the focus attack is irrelevant. Good heads-up play of Skipper, because it's very easy to think by yourself. Maybe I can grab. I can get a very quick punish. But knowing the most optimal punish is, of course, very important.
Taking the stock when it matters.
Yeah. I mean, that even game, might I say again. Less sharp situation for Skipper. Skipper, I believe you still need one interaction to just close out the set and make it out.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah, but still, Yuffie
calls out the jump with a back air.
And he almost read the jump as well, right?
Yeah. Why did you punish that? That's so easy to punish, but
yeah.
I'd imagine those two are very stressed right now.
Yeah, and we've been talking about it, right? Skipper was a bit stressed out.
Yuffie's on his tournament stock right here, but
it is Skipper's set to lose. I can say that. Yeah.
Apparently, Nair kills.
I mean, I can say with confidence that it is Skipper's set to lose. Skipper, you need some big adaptations.
I'm expecting a character switch right now.
To make sure not to get reverse 3 out.
I'm expecting the Roy to come.
Me too. He does that a lot, where if he has the feeling that he gets red a lot and he's got down outed, he's going to switch up the pace, make sure that another character...
We've been over it earlier. Just switching character is a mental reset. It switches up the pace.
Yeah.
You have data on them, they don't have data on you. But I saw a Falco locking.
It's still Falco. He's hoping to fly away with the set, making sure he gets to losers round 4.
A small battlefield once again. I don't think it was a stage issue.
No. Who gets the first hit gets the big mental boost. It's incredibly important.
Gets a re-grab.
Yeah. I mean, mental boosts are like very important with two players who are similar in space.
Especially in a situation like this, loser side game 5. If you lose this game, you're out.
Yeah, and I don't believe any of these players want to get out with this fashion. My God! Staring at each other, thinking about what happened. Yeah, dead even is what I would like to call this set. This stock was dead even. I think it was frames off of who killed who first. Doesn't matter. We're still fresh in the Smash 4 situation where we're 2 stock each. Falco doing Falco things, flying high, making sure that this Spanish Ace counts. Doesn't count yet. We're back to neutral.
Falco just shown over and over again why he doesn't care about focus attack.
Yeah. And a corner situation where Yuffie makes it out and gets into his a corner situation himself. Yeah.
No jump, so
no jump, but there's a focus
attack. Very beneficial trade for Yuffie.
Yeah, and Yuffie is 1 stock away of making it further into this bracket. But that even game, as I've been saying, this past set, it's so close right now. Even though Yuffie has the mental edge and the stock lead. Doesn't matter. 1 hit is all it takes for Skipper to reset it. That was a sour hit. Very, very unfortunate. And a perfect shield to make sure that the side B doesn't.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there we go. This should do it, right? Wow.
Not yet. 183%. Full rage. We'll have to see if Yuffie makes sure that that counts. But a very
reset to neutral.
Yeah. I can't imagine how stressed out Skipper might be.
And this is where Yuffie shines, right?
Yeah.
Because Skipper has to make a move, and he's overextending and just slowly chipping away.
Yeah. And I believe
that was a now he's at kill percent because Ryu's at full rage.
He isn't at full rage anymore, but still Skipper, you have still...
Getting away with murder, but a little bit there.
Yeah. Heading into up tilt, which was the sickest combo I've ever seen. But still, 68%, almost 69. It's very, very close. Needs 1 interaction of Yuffie to make it past her stock. I believe it's very...
That back air, ooh. One down tilt is gonna... Oh no. Don't put yourself in a risky situation like that, Yuffie.
Yeah.
You don't want to be with the one throwing the game right now.
No. And there's no reason for him to make it as risky as it is right now, because right now it's 80% versus 122.
That would shoot.
Dash makes it into dash attack, and that kills him. Yuffie once again with a reverse 3-0. Welcome into the next round of your loser side. You've been killing it right now. You made the reverse sweep against Solo. You're making the reverse sweep against Skipper. How much further can